July 11th. Buried treasure. Trevor had more than any child should have the right to possess, of Lego building blocks, that is. They migrated mysteriously to every part of the house, painfully underfoot at times, as evidenced by the sudden howl of family members. Castles sprang up, were conquered, and crumbled before bedtime. Mysterious cities rose and fell. The pirate ship, outfitted with a treasure chest, was filled with a bounty of even smaller pieces of 8, which could be hidden away on a deserted island grid. It sailed for weeks, then morphed into a fortress in a far country. His imagination was limited only by the number of blocks available. A time eventually came when the Lego structures were each dismantled, pieces rattling together in the storage box and carefully tucked away. Years of young adulthood gave way to other interests. He was much too mature for Legos until the tide turned, and he discovered the storage box again. Fond memories flooded into the present day, and though they were not assembled into structures, the attachment is clear. The blocks would not be finding a new home, with the hope that one day he would build with his son. Every Christ follower has a treasure buried within, the word of their testimony. I was puzzled by that phrase when I became a new Christian, but the meaning has become very apparent to me. Lazarus was a great example. He died and was buried in the tomb for 4 days when Jesus called his name and boldly told him to come forth. From that moment on, Lazarus gave the word of his testimony as he recounted who Jesus is and what he had done for him to all who would listen. Numerous examples fill the New Testament pages of those who interacted with Jesus. A woman condemned to death, fishermen, a woman sick for 12 years, a tax collector, a doctor, a man lame his entire life, and a religious leader. They all shared their experiences freely and to all who would listen. Why? Because only Jesus can give us true hope, eternal life, and change our hearts, souls, and bodies. They understood that he is the Son of God, and we, as children of the Father, are indebted to him who sacrificed himself for us. The word of our testimony is simple. It is sharing with people what God has done for us. It is the excitement of being set free from our chains of bondage to sin, and the simple gospel message. When I find myself reluctant to share, I have one of 2 problems. 1, I am not remembering who he is and what he has done. Or 2, I am fearful of what the worldly reaction will be. Both have remedies. By sharing that Jesus is the treasure of the Father and the priceless Son of God, we reveal the buried treasure the world is seeking. Acts 8:25. After they had further proclaimed the word of the Lord and testified about Jesus, Peter and John returned to Jerusalem, preaching the gospel in many Samaritan villages.